Welcome to Chords for the Lord. I'm James. Today we're going to be doing Here I Am to Worship. And this is going to be in the key of D. I'm capoed because I'm speaking in my lowest register, so I can't get much lower when I try to sing and make it sound, not horrible. Anyway, this song features the chords D major, A suspended, E minor, G2 number 3, A 7th suspended, A over C sharp, D over F sharp, G major, and I believe that's all that we have in this song. I was looking at my chord chart that I use. And there are a couple of chords that are kind of interchangeable for what I call a setup. When you play a certain chord and your fingers are almost in the position for a second chord that is close, I call that a setup because all you have to do is just modify one or two fingers and boom, you're there. I'll show you those chords before we get into this song. Let me pause. Okay. The chords are A over C sharp. Now, I know a true A over C sharp. Here's your A. And you can, if you have long fingers, you can use your ring, but I prefer to use my pinky. All you're doing is holding an A and you're gonna kind of pull it down and grab that C sharp with your pinky. Now this will compromise your wrist a little bit. It's a beautiful chord. But what I like to do, it makes it a little bit more melodic, and in Christian music, there's a lot of these different chords that we've not grown up with. The A2, all you do is take your pointer finger or just these two fingers, and you're going to hold down the second fret D string and the second fret G string. I do it with one finger because I have big fingers. So hold down your A2, and that allows a little bit more flexibility. And instead of using my pinky, I can use my ring now. But pinky, sometimes I grab it with my pinky. And you'll play all 6 strings. Very pretty. Now remember, it's an A, the C sharp, or A2 over C sharp. Just a subtle little difference, but I think it makes it pretty. The second chord that I want to talk about is D over F sharp. Excuse me. It's a D over F sharp is, I guess, what you would call a Jimi Hendrix style chord. He likes to use a lot of thumb chords. You just do a D, reach over with your thumb, and grab the F sharp. Second fret, low E string. That's a transition chord. It leads to another chord, typically to a G, because it's kind of working the bass line. Anyway, so you have the D with the F sharp. Now if you will use these two fingers, your middle and your ring, grab with your ring, 3rd fret B string, get a little closer, with your middle finger, 2nd fret G string, and with your pointer finger, reach up to the top on the low E and grab that F sharp. Now this is a D2 over F sharp. Once again, it just kind of rounds it out and makes it a little bit more general in sound. you play all 6 strings. It's not that debilitating to play, but it can set you up for other chords. Just as the A2 over C sharp can set you up. I'm not trying to be inappropriate, just trying to show you that's what it kind of looks like. A little bit easier. I know some people have the flexibility of an octopus and they can reach all these nasty jazz chords and things like that, and awesome. I say do it. If you can do it, then do it. But I'm not a young man anymore and my fingers don't like to bend, so you have to adjust with what works. Anyway, I'm sorry for taking up too much time. Let's go on to the song. Here I am to worship. We'll go slow on the verse and we'll have the chords on the screen. So let me back out just a little. I'll try to have them somewhere in this area where you can watch what I'm doing and then also see the chords somewhere in this area. Starting with D. Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. And that's good old G number 2. What you're going to want to do is not let that A string ring. With your middle finger, when you chord your 3rd fret below E, you're going to just gently let it roll down and hold that A string. You're going to let the G ring and kill the A. See, I'm plucking the A. Pointer finger all the way down to the G string, 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret, high E. Your A suspended, do an A2, and with your either your middle or your ring, reach over and grab the 3rd fret B string. A. You can just hold an A and then reach over. That way you can let off and back and forth. All right. Let's move on to the chorus. The chorus starts off in A 7th suspended. Now that's slightly easier than that A suspended that we just played. You're going to take your pointer finger on the D string and your ring finger on the B string. Pointer finger is on 2nd fret D string. Ring finger is on the 3rd fret B string. That's what it's going to look like. The string in the middle, your G string, is open, and this is an A 7th suspended. It's pretty and it feels like it wants to resolve back to A, and you can in certain situations. We'll get into other songs later like that. All right, so let's do the chorus. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God, you're altogether lovely, And all I was doing right there, when I would do the D7th, I would also do the other one, just to show you that it can fit. You don't have to do those awkward changes of the same chord. It's either or. Or if you prefer to do as many changes as possible to throw off competitors, you know, there's no competitors in Christian music, so shame on you. All right, let's go to the bridge. Excuse me. The bridge starts in D. And I'm wrong. The bridge starts in A over C sharp. You can do the other version or my version, the A2 over C sharp. That's what I'm going to be doing, simply because it kind of honestly, it fits a little bit better in what Tomlin does. All right. I'll never know how much it cost to see my sin upon that cross. And he goes over that a couple of times. All right, that's pretty much the whole song. You have a couple of verses, a few choruses, a few bridges, and a handful of chords that can be intimidating, but that's why we're here. Let's learn these chords, and it really can open up even songs that are secular, you know, that are not Christian music, or other Christian songs that you have learned and you just want them to sound a little different. But what I like to use these chords for mainly myself is sometimes I'm in a setting where I'm with other guitarists, and they, like for example, I've been to a few churches where there are two other guitarists and I just happen to have my guitar as well, and they say, hey, play along with us. I'm like, okay. So if they're over there doing the old G, C, D, E minor, so I'm not blending in just the same boring sound, you know, three guitars playing the exact same thing. I'll throw in when it fits. I'll throw in different chords just to make it a little bit more round. And that would be something that you can do too. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something. I always try to learn something myself. And subscribe. Share this with somebody who is struggling or would just like to round their musical skills out. Never hurts to grow. Here I Am to Worship it's a fundamental song. It's great to start a good worship session out with. And it touches my heart, and I hope it touches yours. And don't be afraid to try some of these weird chords. That's all the time we have. I'm sorry I've taken so long on this particular video. I just wanted to be as thorough as possible. I just want you to take this, worship the Lord, lift His name on high, and by all means, grow and have fun and learn. God bless you all. This is Chords for the Lord.